It's every moment of every day, and sometimes when he can't sleep, I can hear him in here working. So yeah, it's all the time, and I'm very proud of him for that. It's the one thing, it's his passion, and he won't give up on it. And you think he might give up on it because he's reached an obstacle, but he will find a way around it and keep going.
So currently at Southampton Women's, I am an under-13s coach. I manage the under-13 Reds. I'm also the assistant reserve team manager alongside Alex Rigby, and I'm also acting as head of youth alongside Rob Spratley and Neil Senek.
I've been on a journey to follow Henry Stone's passion and love for progressing, coaching and promoting young women's football, especially since the England Euros win. Women's grassroots football has seen a surge since the summer of 2022. According to UEFA, over 416,000 new opportunities were created in England to engage women and young girls in grassroots football.
So when I moved to Southampton Women's, it was my first time coaching girls football, and I instantly really fell in love with it. I recognised that women were underrepresented in football, and I feel that I almost kind of took it on my shoulders to help drive that motive and drive a larger audience or a larger representation for female participation in football. And I think in the last 3 years it's been something I've kind of carried with me almost every day to try and provide, especially my girls and all the girls at this club, the opportunity to play football at as high level as they can whilst enjoying it.
Henry Stone has a clear passion for coaching his women's team and wants to see them thrive. I asked players Mia and Aisha about their dreams and if Henry's love for football has inspired them.
I love how we're like a big family, like you can just do like anything to do with it, you can talk to them about everything. It's like the best time. Like if I'm at school, like, I'll be waiting to go to training or the match or something like that, because I want to aim to become like professional or like, play for the country or like do something really big, or even play for like Southampton Women's like seniors team, because I want to be like, I want it to be my life football. I want it to just be like what I do for every day, and it would just be best.
I think that Henry helps us a lot and isn't like other coaches where they shout or get angry when one of us does something wrong. He just helps us through it and like doesn't shout at us off the pitch, but he does encourage us quite a lot. They know us all, so we get to like kind of express our own ways and not just like, obviously like Henry doesn't like boss us around or anything. He's quite calm with what we do, and like in that terms he does like boss us around to help us, but not boss us around to make you feel like we shouldn't be able to play football.
Is the person closest to the ball. Okay, so if you are the person who's closest to that ball and we lose it, your job is to try and go and win it. What do you do if you fail your press? So if the ball goes away from you, what do you do? What's your job?
After speaking to players in the team, I got the idea that Henry gives everything he can and more to the club. So I decided to speak to his fellow coaches, including newly appointed Lily, who started in September.
Yeah, I mean, you know, seeing all the coaches that I've seen on the weekends at this club, you know, you can really tell how much they love to coach, how much they want their players to develop. So you're looking at likes of me and Henry, like we've got other things going on, but we still make that time, like during the week, to you know, make it happen for the girls and help with their development, make sure they get into the best players they can be. And we just love to see that they're developing and they're enjoying it, and you know, they just clearly want to be here and, you know, to get better.
Taking part in football, whether you're coaching or playing, can have huge impacts on mental health. It can improve symptoms of depression and stress, meaning lower levels of anxiety. But mental health comes in all different forms, despite doing something that you love. In Henry's case, over the past 5 or 6 years, he has been in some dark situations, but the girls have helped him to push through the barriers and keep going. I decided to have a conversation with Henry and his mum to find out more about his mental health battle over the years.
I think coaching has been really critical to my mental health over the last 2 or 3 years, purely and simply because it's given me like a safe place to kind of be myself, and a place where I feel like I'm not judged, a place where I feel kind of free. The job, well, I say job, it's not a job, the role that I have within the club, it challenges me and it enables me to be creative, and enables me to put my own spin on things. Throughout my kind of childhood, I always felt not very heard, and I always felt like quite forgotten about. So to have an opportunity to be myself and do the things the way I want to, not in a controlling way but in a way that I'm happy with, it's been so key to keeping me going.
His involvement with coaching and coaching the women's football has been a real positive for him and for us as well, because we know when he's doing that, when he's in his room planning or working, he is absorbed with it. So any negative thoughts he might be having at that time are pushed to the side. The other thing is the people he's surrounded by within women's football, within the team he coaches. They're all very positive influences on him as well, and the girls themselves. It takes him out of himself to be thinking of others, worrying about others. It's a really big positive plus, and we are incredibly grateful that he's involved in that.